So for my project, I will be recreating a painting called Night Creatures by Krasner. I decided to do this because we were learning about modern and contemporary art, and this painting, which is a very abstract painting, just caught my eye. I could read a little description about the work. This work of raw intensity night creatures is comprised of a crowded all-over whirl of gestural strokes of paint in which every inch of the surface is fully activated in a rhythmic patterning. This painting on paper is an abstract work, but the curving, linear forms nevertheless seem to coalesce in a web of vaguely suggested imagery. Menacing disembodied eyes and heads emerge out of the crush of primary black and white brushwork. Somber and haunting, the piece makes a highly emotional impact through its gestural paint handling, rich surface, texture, density of interlocking form, and suggesting and menacing nuances of imagery. So, I will be trying to recreate on a canvas, white canvas. I believe the size was about the same as the original, just a tad bit smaller. The original dimensions is 30 by 42, and I believe mine's, I don't quite remember, but it was a tad bit smaller to it, which was the closest I could get. I noticed that in the background there was a little bit of brown, and this is the closest brown I could get. It's kind of dark, but it's the best I could find. So I used brown, white, and black, and some big brushes for the big strokes. Now here I have the picture up on the computer, and I started by painting the background brown because it seems like there's a bit of a layering going on. So I started to paint the background, which took a little bit of a while. I started to add some dabs for the textures as well. And this is the final look of the background. I didn't want to paint it too intensely because in the original photo, it doesn't seem like there was fully, the background was fully painted. So in the original painting as well, it was acrylic on paper, so my paints are acrylic as well. I started painting little gestural patterns as well, trying to recreate all of Krasner's strokes. I moved on next to the white painting. I put on a little dab on the paintbrush there, and I started creating the little background of white as well. And this was the final strokes of the white. I think I did a pretty good job recreating the white strokes. I put them so that I could put the eyes a little bit more easier. Here's another picture of it as well. And this was obviously on another day because this did take multiple days to create and let it dry as well. And here I'm using smaller brushes here. And here I'm just trying to create the random strokes as well. I try to give it that more depressed emotional state, which is what he was going through as well. Here you go. I'm slowly starting to put more details into the eyes. Lots of the little random circles. I guess they're not too random, but I tried my best to recreate all the little swirls as well. And here you go. I finished. I added a little bit more of the brown strokes on the edges as well, because in the original painting there's little brown ones, and I wasn't quite sure how he did that, so I just decided to add it right here. Here's another picture inside. I think it's pretty good. Here's another angle of it as well. Gives that more mysterious, eerie tone to it, with the black, white, and the earthy tones in the background. And to take a look of the picture again, here is the final picture. I think this is a good representation and recreation of contemporary art by Krasner. Research was done with the metmuseum.org, which is the first part that I read. Thank you.